I like how I look so smart with these books behind me, but now I'm just a mess. Anyway, I wanted to talk about today about the hardest or for me, the hardest part about being vegan. And it's not probably not what you're thinking. It's not like, oh, it's so hard to like not eat eggs. No, that's not what this is. It's a I want to talk about dealing with people day to day and the balance I find myself having to strike constantly in between being an ass and enabling what I consider to be cruel, terrible, lazy behavior. Because all right, let me. I don't want to start off with like a rant. Look, I know I know most people are just kind of doing the best they can here. However, the, you know, all right, I just watched a video. I tweeted it before uh, about, I forget her name. I'll link it below, but she was talking about what she didn't like about the vegan community and about vegans are like crappy and judgmental to non vegans and how vegans are crappy and judgmental to other vegans for not being like vegan enough. And I totally get that. But I'm here saying, look, there's a huge difference in between all right, Freely the was it Freely? No, I'm sorry, Freely. Vegan Gains has been out there saying that this other dude, Furious Pete, deserves his cancer because he's not vegan. Look, there's a whole middle ground in between that and not being like that regarding vegan activism, I want to say. I guess what I'm saying is it's hard for me when, this entire time, you guys know I've been vegan since or I went vegan during October 2015, and that happened because I wanted to try the Start solution. So when I started, it was not for ethical reasons remotely. It was because I wanted to try a high carb diet, which only really works when you're not having meat and dairy. That was why I went vegan. It wasn't like epic, like, oh, I watched Cowspiracy and all of a sudden I'm vegan. Now, it wasn't like that. I wanted to try a high carb diet. The ethical stuff didn't come till much later for me, nearly a year later. And it's hard for me. It's been hard because I don't want to be one of those like, why are you eating that? That's cruel, and I still don't. But it's hard for me when people are in my face about eating meat, or like if somebody how can I possibly respect your choice to eat meat when you're not respecting the fact that I'm choosing to not eat meat? You get what I'm saying? Like it's hard for me when people send me texts like pictures of the meat they're eating, like, oh, so good, how can I handle that? Or if somebody says something to me like, oh, it's hard for me to deal with, I guess because I'm nice, I guess, about being vegan. People feel like safe giving me their excuses why they're not vegan. And it's hard for me because I'm in a constant state of wanting to punch these people in the face because they're saying things to me like, I would be vegan, but it's so expensive. Or I would be vegan, but vegans are jerks like Vegan Gains who, told Furious Pete he's glad he has cancer, or he has cancer because he eats meat. And I'm like, that's the look. I thought I would be able to deal with this because for years I've been eating differently. Besides the vegan thing, before that I was like not eating gluten and I was paleo, I was low carb, I'm used to eating differently, so I didn't think it'd be hard. But it's starting to be hard for me because now at this point, like I said, just constantly wanting to punch people. No, it's not that I want to punch people in the face, but I don't understand why it is that they feel okay rubbing the fact that they eat meat in my face. Why is that? And I wonder if, all these people that are like, oh, vegans are jerks, I wonder if they realize that's because people are jerks to us about eating meat. That saying things like, I'll probably get comments below saying things like, oh, eating eggs while I watch this. Oh, it's just really stupid. Hey, enjoy your cruelty. Like that's what I want to be like. Whenever somebody's like, oh, look at this delicious chicken I'm eating, I want to be like, hey, you know how much that animal suffered? It's so much. Another thing is the excuses with me. It's really getting to me. The whole like, oh, I would be vegan, but I can't afford it. But I don't want to hear it because when I went vegan, when I started with the Starch Solution, I had basically no income because at the time I wasn't doing well because of multiple sclerosis. I wasn't working as much. I had not a lot of income. That's what I'm getting at. Now I'm retired. I still don't have it. I'm not rich. But I guess what I'm getting at is it's an excuse. What are you like I don't know. They have like I don't know. But the point is it's getting hard for me it's just getting harder. I thought it would get easier. No, it's getting harder because people are feeling okay to come at me with their non-veganism and it's pissing me off. And you know what? Another thing is I have a hard time with all right, well, with the excuses, I'm just having a hard time finding the line in between not being a jerk and not wanting to enable people's veganism. I guess is what I'm getting at. It's really not easy. And I just want to say for those of you that I just want to say that it's hard because it's different. It's hard to change anything when you want to make changes in your life, especially big changes because everyone's going to have something to say. Everybody's going to have their 2 cents. And the best thing that a person can do, the best thing I can do, is to have a firm grasp on my principles, what I know is good for me, and the knowledge that not everyone's going to be cool with it. It's hard to make a change, period. It's hard to make a change, any kind of change. What makes it harder is not everyone's not everyone's on board with it. And then what makes that harder is one is still wanting to be like a nice person. I was always I always said, well, I don't want to be a jerk vegan because then it would be like, oh, Justine used to be so nice until she went vegan and now she's an ass. I didn't want to be like that because what would that do for the cause? I didn't want to be someone who used to be nice and then she went vegan. And it's not that I sit around judging what people eat. What I am judging is people like, look, if you, is people coming at me with their either excuses or they're rubbing in my face, they're enjoying meat. That I won't, that I don't like, and that I have a hard time with. I guess that's what I'm getting at. I've been having a hard time lately, and I hope that I'm inspiring you guys to know that no matter what change you might want to make in your life, it's not going to be easy. It's going to piss some people off. Not everybody's going to agree with it, and that's something that I have to get my own head around because I mean, I'm just having a hard time with it lately. Like as of recently. Not that it was easier before, think maybe what makes it harder is I've been doing it long now, so it's like I don't know. I don't know what's making it harder. It's just it's getting harder because I want to I don't know, it's getting harder. I don't know what I want to. I, I'm having a hard time. That's the hardest part about being vegan. That's what I want to get at. If for whatever reason you want to like change something about how you're eating, just expect or anything about your life, not even just eating. Expect resistance. Expect it. That's what I'm getting at. Because no matter how firm you are in your principles, no matter how much you think you know it's a good thing, especially for you, not everybody's gonna be on board with that. And it's not easy. I mean, making a big change like going vegan isn't easy to begin with. But also expect that everybody's gonna not everybody's gonna be on board with it, basically. So I don't know what I'm saying. That's basically the hard part about being vegan that I've been struggling with lately. I'm having a good hair day today. Anyway, ooh, fluffy. So hope you all don't think I'm a jerk, but I also expect that some of you are gonna think I'm a jerk. I could go deeper than that, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Some of y'all gonna think that I'm a jerk. You know what? Whatever, because yeah, and then okay, you think I'm a jerk, I'm gonna think you're a jerk for thinking I'm a jerk, and it's just like, what's the point? You know, I don't know what I'm saying. That I hope all right, that's it. I that's it. Having a hard time. Yeah, bye.